tripping over himself how much he was trying to talk, and he kept going in directions where wait, can I talk about this? Can I talk about this? No, I shouldn't. Okay, can we talk about this yet? Like, he's very clearly somebody who really likes what he does. I think it's fantastic in our industry. Like, he's very much leading that passion, which was great. And yeah, everything I saw looked fantastic. The new area looks fantastic. The new characters sound interesting. All the changes they're making in 2.0 are, in some cases, sorely needed, and in other ways, just like going to make the game a lot better. I'm very glad I waited to do a melee run, which is my next run, because they are adding so many toys for melee players. From being able to like block bullets while you run, to dashing around, to air dashing, to like.
Deu pra continuar ou vamos ter que. Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. This is the trailer who's opening.
Hard mode.
Tá.
Spoilers or anything like that, but it shows.
Pera, deixa-me ir buscar uma weapon que não sei se tenho aqui.
Dan,
Tenho
you
sim,
can do a
sim.
full new playthrough. You finished the original, right?
Vou trocar aqui.
Yeah.
I
It's
say the
entirely
original,
been
but
on.
it's like a year old.
What is it? I don't
The
know.
1.0.
Perdido.
Yeah.
Ok, isto.
It just depends on how deep into Starfield I am, if I'm still playing at that time or not. But if I've finished by then, I'll definitely do it. It was like there was a lot of really good stuff. It was just like you had to dig through some mess to get to all the good stuff. But there was
Não, não. Esta weapon é
you
relevant. Oh
found
my
the good
god.
stuff. It was good. There was some great writing.
Eu começo pelo esquece.
Great ideas just weren't all choices. It's a shame that they had another year. Probably we wouldn't be talking about it.
Yeah, a diamond in the very rough.
Yes, I'm excited to see like this finally finished version.
Yeah.
It's quite super cool.
Also, this game released 3 years ago. Chat. Very cool. It's not cool. Not cool, Chan. Don't remind me of that shit. Yeah, this was a big thing at the Gamescom. Sure, I think in terms of the line split. They're still happy for Cyberpunk, right? They still want to play it. They still want to get into it. Like the expansion, and they're really touting it as like a 2.0. Like the game is.
The fuck?
Soft release. Yeah, soft release. So, we'll see how it goes. That is into September, right? 27th, I think, is when that comes out. There was a lot at Gamescom. We had the opening night live event happening on Tuesday. I think that was. Keely's out there. He got interrupted. Someone interrupted the stage again. I don't understand how security was that slow to tackle someone after the last time, but that was a thing that happened. And then there's not really any like big announcements. I don't think. I'll pull up a game list and kind of go through all that stuff. But I think Strippin', did you watch it? I think me, Dan, and Cody.
I did watch it.
Yeah.
I did watch it.
What do you think of it? I'll pull up the full game list and kind of go through the different stuff.
I don't know. Game show was a weird for me. Like, I see something, I get excited, and I see it again a year later. Like, I'm excited.
I'm excited.
It's weird. It's weird. Like, when things have a release date, I get excited. I get less excited, I think, than I did 5 years ago. Because a release date nowadays is not necessarily a good thing. And it's kind of sad that that's not a staple.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I was pretty excited about it.
Dan, what do you think of it?
I thought it was like okay, like it had some good stuff in there. Like I was excited about Fortnite for 3.
Yeah.
There's a few games in there. A couple of like obviously had sponsored segments that they would show. It was alright. Like we had a couple of good things. It was like as long as you weren't expecting big announcements, I thought it was like an hour and a half.
Vai, bro.
They're like tempering expectations.
Yeah.
Tam как наблюдать, пой.
Crazy announcement that you're gonna get a update.
Снова муров.
25 segundos.
That's kind of, exactly what we got. I think some of the bigger announcements
Push.
Kill It 4-3.
15 segundos.
Showed, we got the live action trailer of Starfield. Which was, they also opened up the show. Einon or Enonzer? How do you know? Enonzer? Okay.
Sure.
He performed, sure. He performed a song from Starfield to the show. What did you? How do you guys feel about Crimson Desert? Griffin, you played the Black Desert game. How do you feel about Crimson Desert?
I'm very lukewarm. And I love, I despise the payment model.
Right.
I love video concept. Like that in this thing is like PvP. I think where video shines is like build wars, large scale PvP, kind of like flashy open world stuff. This felt a lot more kind of on rails almost. I don't think it's meant to be. But yeah, it's like they took the engine and then they took a lot of what makes it great away and then said, here's a single player world.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this. I think having enjoyed video,
Esse vai ser rei pra caralho.
except the payment model was absolutely
Por que a barra de vida dele não está a aparecer em cima, não é, cara?
having enjoyed it,
Tá por cima em baixo.
Ah, pois é,
elements
foda-se.
of it, hard to envision the same world being so.
Eu também não sei porque é que está a passar em baixo.
That to me is a person.
Não tinha reparado.
Sure.
A quase.
I'll probably check it out.
Oh.
It feels like
Something must control these ships.
it's like it gives me Dragon's Dogma vibes, but without some of the things I love about it. It's trying to do too much, I think.
There's a lot going on in
All
the
these
trailer.
things, and it's like, yeah, okay, but in an MMO I get that, but in a single player game, doing all these things is
Woo!
Yeah. I would say,
No,
I think
cacophony.
honestly the visuals for the game are one of the
Cacophony.
biggest things for me. Like the game was gorgeous.
yeah, amazing.
I thought it showed very well, but as the trailer went on, they just continued to show more, like this. What is it? They just continued to show crazier and crazier shit. And it's like,
Tem todo mundo.
This game has everything in it.
Estou a ver o podcast do Carnage e dos amigos dele.
As I did the first
Estão a mostrar vídeos de gameplay do jogo do Black Desert que é single player. Os criadores do Black Desert, mas single player. Está top nos features que aquilo tem.
actually in the game and it works. This game is cool. I actually saw this and got super hyped. I'm actually really looking forward to this game. This trailer put this game squarely on my radar. Horse drifting.
Vou aparecer outra vez, acho eu.
But it's
that's in the
like
MMO,
if this,
right?
Vais o quê?
yeah, I never played the
Vou
other
descer.
Ah,
This
Yeah,
stuff is
so-
in the MMO.
Okay.
My point is that they
No.
take all this
No,
stuff
para já
put
não.
it in this game and it actually all works and it's actually all fun. This game looks like it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if they're gonna do that, but if they do, it's gonna be freaking great from the looks of it.
Yeah. Looks wild. Again, the graphics for me are the biggest deal. It looks. I see a lot of Zelda in this. Funny enough, I think that might just be because there's like Sky
I think that was
Islands
a
and
lot of people
Fall.
drew that comparison. I think.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Wasn't super happy about that. That looked like super quick timing with that cutscene. I don't know like how much of this is actual That looks like actual combat. Those scenes that we saw right before that looked a little like quick timing.
There'll be some QT stuff, but most of this is just combat.
Yeah. And this
And
this is like Zelda, right? This is Tears of the Kingdom. Right
Yeah.
here.
The way they do combat is
Aqui
kind of like a fight.
gajo a dizer
So you have
como
like
dá para o DNS da Google.
That kind of stuff. It's quite
experimenta.
Yeah.
that's what they if they're carrying it over from
Pior não há de ficar.
very fulfilling.
Well,
O quê?
no release date.
Experimenta, pior não há de ficar.
I feel like we've been seeing this for a while, or at least they've announced it for like the past year.
I think a couple years.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a free-to-play game or a paid game?
That I don't know.
Who knows?
Let's see what they said. I
No
think
idea.
they would charge for it fully as like a single player experience. But they might use it as like a
Painel control.
single player game and then play video if you want to continue it.
That's. I'm worried that it's like a get you addicted to the features of this game, and then give you the heroin that is video, and then take your credit card.
Yeah. Yeah, this article from April 28th earlier this year is saying that it will be out by the end of 2023, possibly during the holiday imagine it'll be a $70 game, or $60 game. I would be surprised if that was shipping. But it looks cool. I think it showed very well, and it definitely popped up on a lot of people's radar. Payday 3, Strippin', you have played that. How is Payday 3? Is it delivering everything that Payday 2 fans want? And did the trailer do anything for you? It's good?
It's great. It's great. If you like Payday, you'll love Payday 3. It's just Payday.
Okay. That's short and sweet
it.
then. That's it?
Short and sweet. It's so much fun.
There you go. What else is there? A bunch of anime stuff. Some more Combat 1. We got a new Mud Runner game from the SnowRunner folks, Saber Interactive. That looked pretty cool.
I'm excited for that.
I wish Zeke was here to tell us about his snow running experiences this past.
Zeke's no longer with us, and neither is his steering wheel. Put it that way.
Yeah. The steering wheel got thrown gently, as Strippin would say, or as Zeke would say.
It kind of bounced off.
There was a bounce. There was enough momentum there that we got a bounce off the floor. You can find that that clip out there. Last Epoch showed a new class, the Rune Master. That's coming out September 7th. I know me and Co are both big Last Epoch fans. Dan, have you played Last Epoch? Is like a PoE fan?
I think we played it briefly.
Eu estava a fazer um lock de
But it's the action RPG
cosméticos
where,
agora com o
skill
Synth
tree
Wave
and
Bolt.
stuff.
Is it every skill or every weapon, Co? How does Last Epoch break down?
Every skill.
Every skill
Every
has
single
a
skill. So every major skill that every class and subclass gets is its own spider web.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I loved it. I love the customization, like how you can combine skills to make like a crazy custom class. That one's gonna be a really fun one.
Yeah. It is. I mean, it's a fantastic game to play, and the fact they're adding to it. I think we're all very much waiting for 1.0 with that. So.
Action RPGs are on fire lately, and I love it.
It is.
Like
It's
Grim
a very
Dawn,
good.
Oh yeah.
Dawn even hinted that they're going to be releasing more updates for Grim Dawn soon.
Yep.
And Titan Quest 2.
Yep.
I got
Titan
announced.
Quest.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Time.
Good time for ARPG fans. Without a doubt. Speaking of ARPGs, Diablo 4 was there, talking about Season 2. The Season of Blood, coming out October 17th. I was a little shocked to see that so soon. I guess that's not that far away. I mean, it's only a month, right? But kind of, it's weird to see them out there pushing the next season when I feel like that last one just launched. But maybe for a lot of people, they've already stopped playing it, and the game's conversation is where it is, so they're just trying to like move on to the next thing as fast as possible. I don't know. It was a very odd time trailer, I felt, from the marketing point of view, but maybe it'll get people interested in the game. Oh yeah, and then they also announced Gemma Chan is going to be voicing I think the vampire hunter who was in that trailer. She's a big Hollywood actress, for those not aware of that, stuff like that. So that's a thing. I think that was all a little weird. For me, I think the most exciting thing they showed, or that was in Opening Night Live, was the Alan Wake 2 stuff. I thought that stuff looked fantastic, and maybe a little too scary for my likes. But,
Não sei se tenho que botar a reveta ao jogo, mas vamos ver
Dan,
se
you're the horror guy.
fica estável.
You do a month on it every year. How'd you feel about Alan Wake 2?
Alan Wake 1 was
Cool.
a fun game. It just, but this
Estás a
one
ver a
looks
stream
like
agora?
they're just going
É?
between the
Não,
18
está no segundo ecrã.
horror to graphics to
Onde é que tu estás?
gameplay. It looks like it's going to improve on just about everything.
Estás aí à frente.
I couldn't be happy.
Queria
Remedy,
ver.
as a developer,
Exato.
has just been getting better and better with each game. Like Control was really fun, and I'm just excited to see because all their stories are really weird and creepy. And looks like they're
Aquela app de andar com as armas para trás e para a frente.
Yeah,
Ó,
they're doing. They had like some weird. Not weird. They had,
era a app de Destiny oficial, não é?
blending like live action, kind of like.
Acho que sim.
Também lembro que nós usávamos um site.
Sim, é o
Yes,
site.
like,
Desse app não é site.
like Control at some point, or like you're going, like playing
It's
one
not
second
official.
and you're in one scene the next. I can't wait to see what they do because they're such a clever developer at Border.
Yeah. I wonder how far they are going to push the spookiness, though. Trailer gets
There's some stuff in there. It's like it's crazier than anything they've done so far. So it looks like it's gonna be a scary game, which I'm all about.
Yeah. Control got there a couple times, but not that much.
I hate being that guy. Right? It's always like we never get enough. I feel like he gave us too much.
Uma pirâmide.
What do you mean?
Mas muito gostam de estátuas, não?
Like when he came up on stage.
Eu tenho estátuas para esses xadrez.
They went through the systems and all that.
Cavalo.
Right, he gave me like for like a game that's a big question mark.
O teu irmão tem nome, ok?
He gave me too much.
Like you're done?
Respeitinho.
Like, you're on blackout now?
Respeitinho.
Yeah, I mean I was gonna anyway. It's one of those like he was obviously very passionate about the game, and I was like, I guess he's allowed to say as much as he wants to.
Cavalo barulho.
He's making the trailer and the entire plot of the movie in the trailer.
Sure.
I feel like you've watched the movie.
Yeah, I was like, hold some back. Just give me less.
Fair. I get it. I guess you're on blackout then,
what?
for Alan Wake 2. Joe, what do you feel about Alan Wake 2? I think you were already on board, so...
In the app
I
squad.
was already super sold. I mean, there was no edge. I was already in it. You know, like I love Remedy. I love Remedy. I loved Alan Wake. I was a huge fan of Control. I was super excited.
Oh shit.
Control DLC and realized where it was going and what they were doing and what that probably meant. So everything at this point has just been more great stuff. So I feel like I'm
not
one of
multi-million,
the,
what?
17 people that really liked Evil Within 2. In the way that it
You
kind
did
of like
really like
looked-
that game, yeah.
I did, and the way that it really kind of entered the whole Mind Palace thing, and like
Atropela os gajos.
it feels funny enough like this is Remedy's Evil Within 2,
Yeah.
where it's gonna be like never really know what's real,
What is in there?
weird stuff going all around. You don't know if you're in the real world, or the weird novel world, and like they're really good at that. I feel like Control in a lot of ways is kind of like them preparing for a game like Alan Wake. So I'm there for it, man, 100%.
Zero Jammer.
I'm excited for it.
I am curious to see
Já
if
está.
they hit on the like the world that
Oh,
they
took
built.
out full.
Control and Alan Wake take place in the same universe, right? Control is there's so many references to Alan Wake. So I wonder if they're going to experience that or delve into that, or if it's just going to be purely focused on like Alan Wake.
It's also very interesting because what this means is technically that Alan Wake is like a small part of what Control is.
Yeah.
So not
Good,
only
by the way,
will we probably see another Control in the future, and in fact Alan Wake, very similar to the Control DLC, Alan Wake 2 may lead into.
Tá vendo ali embaixo? What the hell?
Maybe Jesse's going to be at the end,
That'd be awesome.
accepting whatever Alan Wake found, and maybe even joining what they're doing. Like, who knows? But what this also means is that arguably any kind of cool artifact stuff they come up in Alan, or they come up with in Control, could have like its own
Eu
story.
ia cair lá para baixo.
Vamos ver.
Like of how that artifact was found and created, and how it influenced the person who found it, and all that kind of stuff. So they have crafted a very interesting IP with this whole like reactive world, where you know like each story and item in Control. There are talk about having hundreds of thousands of those items in Control. Each one of those can be its own.
Não se toca na espada.
Very cool.
Are they working on?
Vou experimentar a espada. Eu?
I don't think they've announced it. I think kind of like Fallout 5, for instance. You know, it's one of those things where probably people doing
Tem que
something
entrar no
behind
outro
the scenes,
site.
right now, all eyes are on their most recent project.
You're one of the 6 people in the world that hasn't played Control yet.
Oh man, you gotta play Control.
Good time.
Yeah.
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 Dá segundos para fazer revive.
Definitely do it before.
You can do it. Don't stop.
Ah,
Not to
ok.
spoil it, but there is
Ficaste
stuff
paradinho, tinhas que estar ao zig-zag.
directly
Nem me está o L.
very cool ways to what Alan Wake 2 is going to be. So, a great precursor experience. The game's just great on its own too. It's just awesome.
Control is fantastic. It's also really good, like graphically, like it'll push the system.
Oh.
do some cool stuff.
Someone just linked to my chat, by the way, a quote. Not sure where he got it from, but Remedy Entertainment has signed an agreement with 505 Games to co-develop and co-publish Control 2,
How the hell?
formerly known as codename Karen, a sequel to Remedy's
fuck?
award-winning game Control. So it is already.
Fiquei pra trás, quer dizer?
Yeah, Barry just said it's also
Tem a espada. Merda. Merda.
remedygames.com.
So go get a job on Control 2.
And then come tell us all about
And
it.
then tell us
Tell us
how
all
it's
about
going.
Leak to us all the information. There you
Off
go.
with you.
Okay, ready.
Exactly. Outside of opening night live, Gamescom
Let's
is
go.
still
Let's
happening.
go.
Some of the
trying to destroy
I guess bigger things, the news waves, as
won't
it
be able
were.
to communicate.
Sven from Larian met with Phil Spencer, and they announced on the 24th because they found a solution that allows us to bring Baldur's Gate 3 to Xbox players this year. Still, something we've been working on for quite some time. And it turns out that solution was money. Phil Spencer.
It's really weird how often that's the solution. And all sorts of problems and things. Yeah, crazy.
Universal problem solver. It's crazy.
Yeah. Phil just shows up and he's like, so we've got somebody. It's like, oh, yeah, I think we could do this here.
Sven's like, recently we've really gotten this new, nice traction to that. Baldur's Gate 3, so let's figure this out.
What's interesting is I think that's also what happened with Final Fantasy 14 as well. It's,
Maybe, yeah.
Using a pattern of checking.
It was really. Well, go ahead.
A little bit of real talk though. I think there were some alternate things. Like I think
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a larger deal, and more importantly, they had to make some concessions to make it scalable as much as they wanted to. So, although I'm sure money was involved, there were other roadblocks that were not money related that had to do more with decision making.
Yeah.
That I think they finally decided.
He had a follow-up, Sven did, and this was talked about, I think, on one of their streams. They were asking why they weren't going there. And it had to do with split-screen co-op. So it will have split-screen co-op on the Series X. The Series S will not feature split-screen co-op, but will include cross-save and Xbox Series. So this is the first game to break that system parity between the S and X, and it's been long sought after goal.
And the sound of it,
Xbox.
totally technically related. Like the sounds of it, they just couldn't render everything to like run two different parts of Baldur's Gate. Experience.
Yeah.
Obviously not what they wanted. But better than it not coming to the Xbox. Just,
Right. I think given the success, it's probably the push that way they want etc. But it is interesting because now the question
What a
is,
sniper.
what else is, they're going to let every game launch with Series X features that aren't on Series S.
Oh my
just
god!
imagine the next game. So we want to break
It's like,
parity.
yeah.
Phil says, no, we don't do that. It's like, yeah, but you did it with Baldur's Gate. Yeah, okay, you get 800k concurrents on Steam, and we'll talk about you breaking parity. How about that? And the guy's like, okay, we'll fix it.
Dá uma granada. Oh, isso.
There was, I think there was a from Xbox. They said that they are going to try for split screen on the Series X post-launch. So maybe they're still going to attempt to do it.
Ik
That's a
stal
lot
wat.
to go. There is a notice that pretty big difference in hardware between the Series X.
Yes. And the thing is if you think about it with the Steam, you're literally adapting like
Estou aqui a morrer. Fogo.
types and what you're rendering and everything is like the further you go away from each other, you have to render more than you would in a
Cheio de
single player
dados.
experience. So it's technically that I'm sure is
We haven't decided, at least in the show, that if this is going to be a spoiler cast episode. But all four of us have finished the game. We all, I think, everyone wrapped up. The three of you wrapped it up this past week around kind of the same day. Dan and Kobo,
Beh.
single player playthrough, Stripping Close,
Ciao.
co-op. So they're very different experiences. If we do a spoiler cast, it's going to be at the very end.
More gajo.
But I can add thumbs up, thumbs down. I mean, how did you guys feel about the full experience? Dan, we'll start with you.
It was one of the best CRPGs I've ever played, and it would take a monumental game to ever unseat it.
Pô, já não tem espaço para Power Models? What?
My only complaint with it would be Act 3 performance, but and I know Larian will get it patched because they're very good at it.
Posso ter 25? The hell?
Sim, jogo de pista é assim.
Jogo de pizza.
They did it with the Original Sin 2. Like, Act 3 was a bit buggy, a bit less than the other acts, and they got it patched up eventually, and even redid most of it. So, like, once they get that fixed, I think it'll be a flawless game. It was just so good.
Yeah. What was your total playtime?
About 150 hours, I think, on Tactician difficulty.
Okay. All right. Cole, what was your total playtime? Were you around the same?
150-ish hours.
Okay. Yeah. And then Strippin, do you remember your total playtime for the co-op playthrough?
Yeah, it was 100 hours to the minute.
100 hours to the minute. Nice. What did you think, Strippin? Co-op playthrough obviously a lot different. I tuned into yours and was like, what the fuck is going on in this game?
Dude, it's
so wildly
a
different.
very, very different experience.
Yeah.
There's no companion stories or side quests. All four spaces are occupied by player.
Yeah.
It's still the best CRPG I've ever played, no doubt.
Ah,
Larian
não lembro da minha pasta Steam.
É, a gente
where they kind of enjoy pitting people against each other in
se eu quiser ir à piscina na quarta,
and that comes through
Yeah.
in this game to
é tipo passei de manhã e só sair de lá tipo à meia-noite ou assim.
It's fine. It's fine.
Pois é, não é da piscina. Já foste uma vez.
Eu ficava na piscina até à meia-noite, não foda-se.
Vamos de manhã para a piscina, almoçamos por lá, lá no cafezinho de lá tem. Depois quando aquilo começa a ter muita gente, o pessoal vai embora.
Foi das outras vezes? Ao fim do dia?
Mais à meia da tarde, do que ao fim do dia. Né?
I think combat was probably quicker because everyone only had to focus on one character.
Se não tem muitos chavecos, já está bem lá.
Think about what they're going to do on the next turn, and so it would end up being a lot quicker than I think it would be if you were planning it as a tactician of full characters.
Ou a minha
Still,
já
it was a
escolhi.
fantastic
Todas.
experience. I think it's unparalleled.
Apesar que tinha maiúsculo, não tinha
in terms of,
maiúsculo.
like, co-op RPG elements. I mean, I would
Onde é que eu
have
tenho um
said,
backcantos? Nem sabia.
before this game, you would have said, what's the best co-op game? I would have said Divinity 2. So they just improved upon an already successful recipe. I loved it. It was amazing.
Yeah. And then Co, you finished it up as well. Any
Yes.
changed thoughts? I mean, we've talked about it 3 weeks in a row now.
I had a mid-game thoughts video and a final game thoughts video. The mid-game thoughts video was basically like, this is arguably one of the best games I've ever played. It's one of those highest experiences. This is amazing. I love it. Absolutely awesome. And the end-game thoughts video was pretty much the same, except Act 3 definitely needs some work.
Yeah.
The big thing is the first part of first couple parts of, I'd say Act 1 and arguably 99% of Act 2. It's so well done.
Oh my
It
god.
creates this like CRPG paradise.
Não estou conseguindo entrar pela
No
Steam.
matter what you do, it's okay. Everyone's reacting to everything. Very few bugs. No matter how you approach stuff, it's completely
Vejo isto mais tarde.
way,
Está foda.
etc. Act 3 is mostly like that. I mean, Rivington was pretty tight. You go into the city proper. As you get more and more to the end, and especially like the very end, the facade starts to fall apart a little bit. Characters all of a sudden start talking about
que lá vai
things
Maria.
you haven't done yet, or that you did differently. A character starts repeating the same dialogue over and over. A character doesn't acknowledge. This happened multiple times. You would do something big in the game, no one would talk about it. And it felt weird. There were multiple situations where I was like, no one has anything to say about this. or they talk about it at different times. So the short of it is it's still phenomenal. Still feel it's one of the best CRPGs of all time. Still feel it's one of the best games of all time.
Big me up, squad.
But it definitely
Oh,
for
Matt.
the entire experience to be amazing. it
Chapter
needs to
2
be
Fate.
and
Manda
again,
já para
very
Marte.
ending,
Começamos
I
já
had,
acabou.
a few very weird
Estou a mandar,
things
tem
happen
calma,
at the very end of
foda-se.
the game.
Agora,
It just
agora.
completely, like,
Olha,
oh,
0.
Did
Acabou.
anyone have a bug where you had someone extra in the final fight?
Olha,
Or
se
was
tu
that
está
just
a com a
you?
Twitch,
Oh,
será
that
que
happened
dá?
to you as well.
No, you're talking now. There's a particular character that's kind of interesting, like accentuating of this whole thing, and it has to do with, we think, the cut content.
É que isto mandou-me para o site
I
de,
know why the
do
bug
Destiny.
happened. I don't
The
think it's
fuck?
what you're saying.
Okay, yeah, I'm talking about and no spoilers, but you know, because obviously this is gonna happen in a game like this. But I'm talking about a part near the end of the game where there's like a Braveheart speech character.
Hã? Acho que já está.
Everyone's like,
Já está a funfar.
"Who the hell are you?" Like what?
Ixi,
Oh,
anda
no,
o
I know
Ethan.
exactly what you're referencing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that and what's funny enough is, and just to let you guys know, like the little stuff I ran into that kind of made the facade crumble. So here I am.
Ah,
at this
a best
last part
weapon
of the
in...
game.
Ai, não
This happens
posso
in every
usar.
game. You're at the
Motherfuck.
end of the game. You're surrounded by people you love and know. Everyone has told you, you know, let's do this. It's the big ending. I accidentally picked up an item that was marked stolen in that room, and they all attacked me.
Era mais fácil vir de cá ter, não?
Literally in the room before
Eu não
like,
tenho
the end boss.
Yeah.
I picked up an item that looked interesting, and one of the characters that just told me how amazing I was like, "I'm sorry, you're gonna need to pay for that, or go to jail, or attack." And I was like, "Attack!" And then everyone around me went aggro, and I just looked down and I was like, "This is not like."
That happened a lot to me in Act 3 as a 4-player thing. When
Já já pegar no carro agora?
if anyone touched
Não paguei o seguro, está.
like, everyone went to prison.
Paga o que deves.
So here's the thing.
It was too much. It was too much.
Next,
Everything I
complete
ran
the
into
mirror
that
mission.
can be hacked. All the meat content, all the big events, the location, the city itself, 9.5 to 10. Like, no question. So it's the kind of thing where
Não dá
I am,
por
people
a
keep asking me,
filtrar
"When is your
só
next game?" I'm like,
aqui nos shares.
yeah, when I play this game again, I am almost unequivocally convinced one company that's going to turn this into something amazing, because we already saw them do it with DOS 2. DOS 2 is arguably in a lot worse state on release than DOS.
Exatamente,
Like,
desculpa aí.
a lot worse. Larian's going to turn this into the masterpiece of the series. It may take him 6 months. It may take him a year. Who knows? But they're going to
They
get
have a history of definitive editions, right? Like it's with Divinity 2, they had all this cut content. They were like, and it's like almost 1 year to the day. They're like, here's the definitive edition, and it's just so much more stuff. It's things they wanted but couldn't get done. A load of
And the
polish.
last thing I'll say, because I've confused some people with my critiquing of Baldur's Gate 3. You can wait, and if you can, I'd recommend it. But nothing I've said doesn't say
Complete the
what's
mirror
there
mission.
is still amazing. Like, yeah, you're gonna get some bugs and some weirdness at the end of it, but it's still, to me, like, in its current state, if they didn't do another single patch to it, it's still an incredible game. Still worth the playthrough. And by the way, if you play it once now, you can play it completely differently the next time you play it. There's so many different ways to play it, which is exactly. So if people are like, do you not recommend the game now? I'm telling you what the game is like and saying, you make the decision. But for me, it absolutely is worth playing right now. It's just fine to play this first day, especially Act 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are solid as a rock. They're great. So Act 1 is a literal masterpiece. It's a masterpiece of game.
One thing I was told that seems super plausible is that a lot of the bugs in Act 3 are caused by cut content and then the code interactions that are trying to happen with content that no longer exists, which checks out, I think, a lot for me.
Because you think they removed it to
I think they removed stuff and they didn't have time to cauterize the wound. And I think a lot of the bugs come from interactions that would segue into something that doesn't exist anymore.
Sure.
So that's like Chris said, it's something that's really easy to patch and fix and make seem more whole.
Yeah.
Like, for example, they cut the exhaustion system from the game that was going to be in the game. So that's why your characters will sometimes say, "Wow, I'm tired. I need to rest." And there's no for anything because
it confused the hell out of me. I know.
Yeah,
There's literally a slot on your character for belts, and there's no belts in the game. it's just things like that.
Yeah, makes sense.
it's astounding to me that there's, you know, 150 hours of content by playing the game one way. It's not including the other, you know, 50 ways you can play the game. So there's, you know, essentially thousands of hours of content in this game.
It's
And
been,
they had to cut things.
yeah,
That's
that's
how
wild to
much
think.
content there is.
I'm sure you guys have had similar experiences with just different folks that you've talked to playing it, but my wife has been playing.
Tem tanto
And
modo ao rei
after
das
every
peças.
session that she has like 4 or 5 hours, she'll be like,
Tem tanto
yeah,
quê?
we did X, Y, or Z.
Mob.
And I'm like, oh yeah, how'd
Modo,
that go?
armadura, as
And
peças,
she'll
tudo e
tell
a mesma
a
coisa.
complete opposite story from my experience with said creature, environment, whatever. And that is just, that's held up for about 40 or 50 hours of her playthrough now. Where it's just been completely different from everything that I've done. And so that's why I'm hesitant to actually do a spoiler talk. Because if we are going to do, if you guys are interested in playing a second playthrough down the line, if Dan describes his experience to Co, or Strippin describes his experience to Dan, they might just spoil that entire side of another playthrough. Because we were all so different in how we approached things. And again, I will reiterate, the co-op playthrough that Strippin did was fucking scorched earth. Like that, there were just things that happened where I'm like, did you guys, what did you, how did you get
So
here?
the thing is, when you guys play the game, you make decisions. All of your companions give you feedback. You kind of mold how the game is. It's almost like a companion. You want to please them, and if that kind of case, we don't have that.
Yeah, no, I
It's just
know,
like,
I know
they don't
that.
have a problem with this. No, we're doing it. And so, like, we made a lot of very gray, morally gray decisions. Sometimes we went too far in one way, and so sometimes we made a really poor decision. Well, that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles. It's very tedious to save scum when you have 4.
Sure.
It's like, there's a lot. So we kind of made a decision like, we're not going to do that. Whatever, you know, we get, we go with.
Right there.
And so there were a lot of times where it just went horribly wrong.
Maybe we
Well,
can destroy it.
that's how it's gone. I guess we'll replay the game another time and see how that could have been.
Companion-wise, you
That was
had
the opposite.
3 people left in your camp, right?
That helps.
Yeah, no, we made the
Até aí tem uma fissura.
decision early on. We made a
Fuck is
decision
this?
early on that we didn't want to explore the stories of the companions because we were never going to use them.
Right.
So
Because you all made
led
custom
to-
characters.
Imune.
yeah, and so like it started off as let's do
Opa,
camp,
dá
then
dano.
it started off as
Imune.
bothering us when we go to camp. They keep kind of fucking ask us for stuff.
Oh.
That's
But hold on,
Ninguém
you
viu?
slept
Ninguém viu?
with all of them still,
Ninguém
'cause I know
Dude.
those cutscenes exist.
no.
Was it like Old Yeller, where you all would like pick one and take him out back, and then like come back and be like, all right, Asterion, let's go out back for a chat real quick.
One of my friends, Joe Fudge, bless his heart, he's a fantastic DM. He played a bard. And he was like, I'm gonna fuck a dragon. I don't know how, I don't know where. I'm gonna fuck a dragon in this game.
Holy shit.
He kind of decided I'm not interested in the companions. That's easy. So we kind of went in like, we don't want to sleep with the companions. That's too easy. We need to find other people to sleep with. And so it transitioned into, let's kill all the companions. So throughout our playthrough, we had to just
That's kind of
figure
a
out-
jump strip.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how we got there. But throughout our playthrough, it kind of evolved into, how do we kill this companion? How do we kill this companion? If we do this, I think the companion will disappear. And so we got to this point where we only had 3 companions left. And the only reason we had 3 is because one of our players grew a little bit attached to one of them and like made a different choice. And apart from that, if he hadn't have been, because the rest of us would have we would have had none.
Man, I am
Very, very unique.
I'm going to
Tak
throw
też,
up
to
the
jest
spoiler
efekt.
hand. So I won't take your headphones off. Because I do want to say something about Strippin's playthrough that blew my
Come
mind.
on, wait.
We all experienced a completely different thing. So when I put my hand down,
That's just
the
up
phone
again.
drops.
Wait.
You have a warning, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you go to the vampire fight at the end of the game for Asterion,
Oh.
That whole encounter.
Yeah.
I'm watching Strippin's playthrough, and they're like going down there, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be cool. I can't wait to see like what they do with this and what decisions they make. They start the fight, and in the back center is Asterion. But it's not Asterion, it's zombie Asterion, because they fucking killed him. And he's not even Asterion anymore. They gave him to the vampire hunters or some shit. And the vampire hunters just
That is amazing.
The vampire hunters were like, yo, I'm looking for Astarion. And I was like, shit, I know him, homie. He's in my camp. Go have him. So we took him. We were like, that's done. And then later on, we were like, we found all the dead vampire hunters. And then someone said, oh, a vampire. And then when we got to the fight, he had re-raised him. It was a zombie Astarion.
And then they walk out of the fight, and all of the vampire children are dead. They didn't even like try to save them. They just murdered everyone.
We didn't know that when he transforms, they all explode. So we were like high-fiving each other, ready to hit the showers. A great boss, well done. Went back through the building, and it was just those guts everywhere, all over the walls.
Anyways, it was a crazy.
It's not my fault.
No, I'm just saying, completely different experience from mine. Yeah, I'm putting my hand down. Yeah, absolutely insane. That's Baldur's Gate 3.
Yep.
What else happened? There's a bunch of things. We didn't even talk Stalker.
Ah, not great.
Saw the trailer. How are you feeling about Stalker?
Yes. Oh, it looks great. I mean, it looks like more Stalker. I think it looks fantastic. I think a lot of people are expecting it to like look a little maybe better, like more AAA. But I think a lot of people don't realize like where Stalker came from. Like I had some people say that some of the interfaces look a little rough and things like that, but funny enough, the interfaces look like homages to the original Stalker trilogy, so I thought it was fantastic. But no, I think it looks great. I think it looks like it has everything in the game that I expect from the Stalker game. I love seeing updated models of enemies that I've killed like 1,000 times in the previous trilogy. Everything about this looks fun and interesting. And I was already hyped for it, but seeing it like actually in front of you is just incredible.
I should.
Yeah, to me, like it just Stalker. It's got the vibe of Stalker through and through. Even down to like almost the animations and how like everything is. I haven't even played the game to completion, but I saw this like, yeah, that's Stalker.
One thing I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about it, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Vamos a isto?
Ah, tem aqui uma passagem.
Act of your character is like straight up in a accent. It's very weird for me. I never hear that ever in the original Stalkers. No characters talk like that in the original Stalkers. I don't know what to speak English. So that was a little strange. Like it was a little weird. It makes me wonder. Like I kind of hope they're not going to have like a whole cast of that. Like, that would.
Yeah.
Kind of
Orange para para ti.
So I don't know. I don't know if you're. Yeah, that's why I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's kind of a situation where maybe you're like a U.S. Special Services guy that's there for some reason. Like maybe there's some kind of big story where they think. If it's the kind of thing where every NPC and every character you talk to in there is going to have like a flat NA accent, like that's gonna be a little strange.
Because the name of the game is Chernobyl, right?
It's Stalker Shadows of Chernobyl, and pretty much everything takes place in the zone, which is around Chernobyl. But yeah, it's just. Strange. But I have read that there's a lot of like mercenary activity in this one, so maybe it's just you're an NA merc group there for some reason. Who knows? But yeah. I mean that's the only thing that was a little strange about it. Everything else looked.
Did you happen to see that video floating around of the Stalker devs and they walked up to Tom Howard right next to him and they just started playing Stalker as the dev was watching
awesome.
him. Yeah, it's kind of a remarkable video.
I'll have to find that.
Just to see those two walk up to your booth and like play your game, you gotta be like drop everything, go talk to the boss. It's like oh shit moment. And then Phil immediately died right afterwards. And the guy was like, yeah, you're not the hard thing
Zone is brutal.
Yeah. It was cool. Definitely look for that if you're a fan of those devs on Twitter. What else was there? Tuesday morning, right before the Gamescom stuff started.
Sekira.
Were we all
Ai,
sponsored for Destiny? They
Sekira.
went like all out, I think. Strippin, were you doing a sponsored stream for Destiny? Okay, yeah. We were all sponsored to watch the Destiny thing. I think I don't say this as like I'm the only one who plays, but I play a lot of Destiny. 3 of you don't. Having not played Destiny, I gotta know, what the hell did y'all think of that showcase? Because it was not like... That was for people that played Destiny, and so going into that, were you guys just like...
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. When this was pitched to me, it made, I was in a position where I felt like there was going to be something at the thing. It was either to try to bring in new players or to bring in people that don't normally play. Like, I thought, my guess is that they were sponsoring all these non-Destiny players because they were going to announce something to try to bring them into that.
And they did.
They sort of.
But you have to have played Destiny to know that.
But not only that, what they did was announce a giant final thing that seems to be a literal homage to people who have been playing the game for 10 years.
Right.
So it was a little weird. Now personally, we have coalition plans in the game, mods to play. I know literally hundreds, if not thousands of people in my team who play Destiny right now.
Porque muitas bolinhas aqui atrás.
So I was like, sure, I'll watch it. I mean, you're gonna have something to watch anyway. But no, I was a little surprised. I definitely was expecting there was going to be something for non-Destiny players, a bit of a carrot on a stick. So for me, it was kind of funny enough opposite, where it was like not only was there not something to bring in new players, they were basically showcasing content designed to cater to old players. Right.
São duas maneiras de ficar ter.
Guessing we're just seeing this because it was like the last big thing. They just wanted as many eyes on it as possible.
Faz trabalho.
Yeah. Historically,
Mas não tem carro. Vai precisar de carro, assim.
Destiny has not done very
trabalho.
many sponsors. So, I was in your camp as well when they reached out, and then I started, talking to you guys like, hey, are you doing this Destiny? And then
Muitas horas. A carrinha de
the
emprego.
amount of people that were sponsored, which was a very massive
Não vou pegar na carga da empresa.
huge push marketing campaign. Were sponsored for that.
Por quê?
I went into that thinking like they're about to drop some like crazy, huge announcement, and I was like, no, the announcement was that you can join your friends now because it's going to bring your light level to the highest light level of the party. And if you don't play the game, you're.
Conta só uma coisa que ganha na empresa, depois leva para trás.
That doesn't mean anything to you.
I missed that.
Também ela sabe vir até aqui.
That was the big announcement. Was like,
Ele vai
you
vir.
jump in with your friends who put in countless amounts of hours
realize
to see the raid.
Probably should have.
During the presentation,
Sei se
they,
tem
like,
permissão para
going
estar a pegar
into
nela
the whole
e passear.
first game,
Pá.
second game, like, all the cutscenes and stuff. And I was like, wow, this looks so cool, but
Devem
I don't know
passear,
what it
mas
is,
sim.
why they're doing this.
Sim, não sei qual é a política daí da empresa.
I just don't know what's going on. It's like jumping into a soap opera.
Estão-nos a faltar duas cenas daquelas para destruir, mas não vejo nada.
Ah, peraí, que acho que encontrei
Yeah,
com
but yeah, I
ela.
was the same camp. I was expecting
Yeah.
Ah.
Destiny 3 announcement. Like, oh, here we go, Destiny 3. It's gonna be announced.
Cheguei nas pegadas. Faltaram então.
Okay, this is good for Destiny players.
Bem, até ponto já está a sentir
Play
o
more
único.
often. I feel like I'd be lost if I just
Não, mas depois na rotunda não dá para ir para o centro da cidade.
something like the we're gonna re-release the first
Qual na
part of the game.
rotunda do mosteiro? Da
Like,
igreja?
series of missions.
Sim,
Quem não pode subir? Para a esquerda?
para a esquerda posso, para a direita que não. Quem vem daqui de casa para a cidade.
Porquê?
Está em obras ainda.
Ir à frente do museu e essas merdas?
Na frente do museu e na passa-se. Aí eles não vão fazer obras.
6 expansions or 5 expansions or something like that, right? Stuff that is
Mas então vai para aí e posso ir pelo normal. Ou tenho que dar a volta? Está fechado alguma coisa?
40 chapter book.
Não, podes vir, se vais pela, sais da...
Na rotunda nova?
Who don't play Destiny, and I was doing my best to try to explain the story as was
Não vais descobrir, vale.
happening. I think they started and were
Rotunda nova,
interested by
rotunda
the
nova.
end of that 30-minute thing.
Também é
where
nova,
it was
mas para dizer.
non-stop talking. They were like, like,
Ia dar flex da rotunda.
what is
Eyes just kind
going
of
on?
glazed over.
What
Oh
the
yeah.
hell is going on?
Acho que tudo aqui vai para negrelos, foda-se.
I will say, I
Ah.
actually loved the
Ninguém, ninguém,
pre-show
ninguém,
thing.
ninguém.
where they
Sim,
were
sim,
just, like,
pronto,
going
exato,
over all the
podes ir
major
por aí.
events and, like, little
Eu
blurbs.
vou ser por aí,
As
foda-se.
somebody,
não
like,
tá?
one of the things I
Plano
like about
nacional,
Destiny is
35.
lore. I think the world and the lore is cool. So that was, it was fun seeing all that stuff. I felt like that was an interesting little, very broad and top level, but it was a nice little catch up. I mean, that was cool.
Pois, mano, vou precisar estar aí pela 7, mano. Que é mais rápido para ir.
Sam,
Mas depois chego lá e tenho que andar naquela curva contra curva até lá. Não apetece estar a fazer aquilo outra vez.
Was for casual Destiny players.
Quando?
Não há nenhuma saída na 7 para lá.
I fall into that camp, and Destiny historically has been incredibly
My
punishing
God.
to people that are not willing to get sweaty in PvP, don't have a raid group. You just miss out on every part of the game they care about. They haven't had a new PvP map in like a year. The community generally was like pretty unhappy with this announcement. I don't know if they still are, but like I saw a lot of like negativity from the Destiny players, like feed off them. And like I'm one of those people that would like I'll play Destiny, I'll do the story of that expansion, right?
Yeah.
And mainly that was because I didn't have the time to dedicate to grind up the grinding required for light level. You're not only grinding light level, you're grinding gear at the same time.
Good name.
And it's you all this just to get ready for like that raid experience. And if you don't do it then
Mentira.
you miss out on like a key
Because
feature of
foi.
that expansion, because when someone beats the raid, it changes, and then changes. And so it's like you kind of there's like this element of FOMO where it's like you have to kind of participate in that like initial push where you kind of maybe miss out. And so I got really frustrated by that element, and then so when they were like, hey, you can go up to the light level with your friend. For me, I was like, actually interests me because I don't have to grind as much, but like the raid, like playing with friends, and they kind of like tick boxes that had made me quit. So I'm interested in stuff. I feel like those changes are kind of tailored to people like me who play the game and it casually or like kind of quit because they just couldn't handle the grind. That's kind of what I took away from it. I think as a new player, you wouldn't look at that.
no, Tally jumped in. He's been playing the past like 3 or 4 days as a completely new Destiny. And day one of his
Oh my
Destiny
God.
was watching Bayef's 5-hour lore video to try to understand what the fuck's going on in the game, like preparing
Focus.
for fight.
Hmm.
To watch a 5-hour
I
outside
mean, one of
game.
the big things
Yeah,
is
revive.
Cade 6 coming back, and if you haven't played, that means nothing to you.
Yeah.
And the light level going up is you haven't played it.
You know,
If you played when Cade 6 died, oh cool. If you played, when the light level was fine and you were tired of it. I don't think it's for new people at all.
Tough.
I think
I
for,
gotta
like,
admit.
the chained experience. It's not. You still need to know
Well,
everything.
the whole thing is like because like the whole thing about
Destiny
like
2 will be said, or?
no. I mean like the and I guess
Ah, e se fores para estas luzes, consegues estar sempre a lutar o poder.
reveal thing.
Que aparece-te aí, vai aparecendo aí.
We talked about what we saw in that matter. There's some
Consegues usar 2 vezes seguidas.
really. Okay.
Pelo poder da lua, vou-te castigar.
We'll throw a tentative Destiny 2 game.
Olha a Atos, cuidado.
They hinted at one of the most iconic characters. They made it very clear that you're going into the Traveler. The Traveler is like creating your memories. So it's kind of like, he doesn't really come back, dude. This is kind of like, he's just coming back and saying, yo, he's not being revived. It's just fan service. Yeah. It's kind of sad because I love the idea of like, I'm actually coming back. Not that at all, man. It's just his ghost. I use that term both,
One of the worst writing.
it's just a little echo.
Yeah.
By the way, it's killing Cade.
Oh, they recognize that tenfold.
It made me quit the game.
Yeah, it pissed a lot of people off. I mean, Nathan Fillion stopped doing the role that he had to film the rookie, right? Like CBS or whatever. That's why they probably did that. But 100% correct. It actually
Like, there are so few beloved characters in this franchise, and then you
Nathan.
what have you done?
Foda-se, foda-se.
Phil, you're 100% correct. There's no way that we can have that expansion and be like,
Yeah, like
Aqui a luz, caralho.
like that's the
Não
vibe.
vais
I
para a
got from the
luz.
entire show.
Não sigas a luz,
Não
velho.
sigas a luz, já.
This entire thing is structured so we can walk you through everything we've
Faz
done
mais
in
ali
our
ainda.
memories,
Não há.
and then we'll have a final event, and then we can reset this new thing we're doing. This new
Por isso é que está sempre a morrer, meu. Está sempre a ir para a luz.
like it's very much just it's a goodbye.
yes.
Is what it is. It seems like the entire thing is an outro / goodbye.
Which is fine.
Okay, but what if
Yeah. Okay.
What if...
anything made in the Traveler is based on the fact that we pick up new guns and shit inside?
Stays.
Anything
O full upgrade de módulos outra vez.
Pois, eu tenho estado a gastar agora a 5 nas...
I think
Nos weapons gosto.
reaching for those stars, buddy.
I think
he
I should
become a
be
guy.
hired. I think I should be hired as a writer on the game. It's the only
I think
way
you should too.
Acho que eu já tenho upgraded.
If Cade walks out,
Cade walks out.
and if you're watching, Bungie, you've been warned. If
I
he
will-
doesn't come
I
out of
will
that
say-
Traveler, neither do I, motherfuckers. Okay?
I will
And
say
the
if
rest
they,
of my hunter boys, well, they're staying in too.
if they do somehow lore-wise have him like be created in the Traveler, but then be able to get removed from the Traveler at the end, I think that would be one of the best things. Like even if
Yeah.
it'd be even more funny if he was like aware of it, where he's like, I started as a memory of Cade, like what am I doing still here? Like okay, so I'll have to keep being Cade now. Oh well, you know, it's like that. That would be like hilarious and kind of awesome.
We'll see. We'll see. It was definitely like a strange experience.
You know what?
To see all the sponsored stuff.
I mean, you know what?
What?
I don't think they're gonna do that.
Yeah. Well, so here's the funny part is when Cade
Have a
6
stay.
dies, it wasn't even Nathan
Next.
Fillion voicing those lines. He had already left the role. It was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was.
That's what I mean. They could have just kept going.
What was his name?
Yeah.
Or what is his name? God damn it. He was opposite Troy. It was Nolan North, who was voicing
Oh.
Cade 6 at that point.
Okay.
And so that's when
What was his other one?
he died. So that might be what they're doing here is like giving Fillion the ability to actually like say
Probably.
goodbye as that character. But I don't know. We'll see. It all comes down to like is Nolan or is Nathan Fillion like willing to step in that full time and you know, constantly record lines. Blah, blah, blah. We'll see.
Ikora, we've been
I've been playing the league, they're not the league, the season.
Pretty...
Yeah, I'm PoE. I've been playing the season every night this week for about 4 or 5 hours. So it's fun.
Come
I've always
in
enjoyed it.
alarm.
It's a great grind to just like pop into. put
Altar
something on
de
another
reflexão.
monitor, kill things.
Still streaming it?
No reason.
Coração.
Viewership for Destiny is like
Mas às 15 minutos tenho que ir jantar. Ah, vou jantar às 8.
people that want to watch.
Que velho.
Quem és tu e filhas ao garagem?
Jantar às 8, meu.
Que velho.
Esquece.
Conheço.
Tag life.
There are certain communities where
Olha, como é que se vai para aí?
Eu estou no portal, pá, que está à tua frente.
Portal. Ah, está com um portal, what the fuck?
Portal, portal.
Qual portal, não? Boing. Olha aí.
Olha, friendly fight.
Aí, what the fuck, mano? Olha aí, what the fuck?
Those streamers are
What the
more
fuck? Mas qual é que tem friendly fight? Né?
Faz só o efeito visual, não dá dano.
The last Vex
Ah, tá a ver.
and the streamer will
Oh, oh.
be able to say, like,
Oh,
it was
bom.
X minutes ago, so get ready because it's
1000 nomes, acho que é que era teres 1000 nomes, meu. É uma complicação do caralho.
I don't know. I don't have a Discord bot that's like timing this shit out for me. Maybe I'm
Os
gonna
1000 nomes já decorou um,
it's the
foda-se.
ability for the content creator to answer questions versus
Eu visto aquela merda que está ali a flutuar lá ao fundo, com 3 olhos.
É, essa matou?
what I do when I'm saying. Where do I get this gun? What do I do?
Ela aqui à frente é mais novinha.
Ah,
we skipped over this. But I don't know. What's the Road
Oh,
Trader stuff
ZDs.
part of Opening Night Live? Or was that outside of Opening Night
No,
Live?
that was the IGN.
Oh, that was the IGN thing. Okay, yeah. They put out the companion trailer, which had all of the companions. Is this considered
Pequenino.
spoilers?
Eu também.
Not really.
Okay.
No,
Alright,
I
I'll
mean,
leave it on
yeah,
stream.
like, I think the thing about this is Warhammer 40k fans, I think, are super excited to see what type of Warhammer people
Da
they're going to
Pocket.
play with in Road Trader thing. So
Agora é
I
23.
spoiler.
Lá
Doesn't really
7 ia
talk
ser
about who
ali.
they are.
E por aqui apanhar, voltar para trás para apanhar a 42,
They represent in the Warhammer
1 hora e
universe.
32.
So,
Se
Command
quiseres
was
falar.
awesome. I have to admit, I was really hoping for a
Já
release
pode ir lá.
date. I thought that was what they were
Jantar.
teasing, not necessarily the
Não,
companion.
meu,
Hã?
às 8, meu, às 8.
Companions look awesome, dude.
Que horas
Já
é que vais
acabou.
jantar?
They're incredibly varied. There's lots of different kind of interesting
Dá que me
factions that
apetecer.
come in from
É
the
domingo.
already,
Ah,
and
então
Domingo
vai-te
é um-
foder. Vai-te
É uma sandezinha.
foder.
so much fun.
Supinho.
Então vou jantar agora, que assim também vejo um
Yes,
episódiozinho
which
da
I'm sure-
Rookie.
Are you planning on doing
Já deve
that?
estar quase a acabar aquilo.
Vou jogar 10 nível.
Estava ali outro tier.
Outro tier.
Outra tier.
Uma tia boa
It's a
ou?
little tougher with this.
Flash room. In space and time.
I need to find a fellow Warhammer build.
I think Baldur's Gate 3 is this interesting phenomenon because it's so rare we get like a fully mocap.
Acho que não ia ter comida meloa já. Já estava overcooked.
Brings in so much more audience that would normally.
Agora vai-te crescer uma árvore de meloas dentro da barriga.
Já estava branca por dentro, mano.
Isso era meita do melão. O melão se calhar já lá tinha ido.
Agora tinha dado meloa.
Yeah. So this I mean, where CRPGs are still a niche, this is almost like a niche of a niche. It's like kind of double upping on it a little bit. So there's no way that Rogue Trader's going to be as big as Baldur's Gate 3 by any stretch. It's still going to be an absolute phenomenon.
I do think a lot of people would have, if Baldur's Gate 3 is their first CRPG, we're here. I actually love this game.
Yes.
There might be a lot of people that want to check this game out. So I think they'll definitely see
Okay.
a lot of success just